Welcome back to the Deconstructed Universe. So we're back with House of the Dragon, episode 7 of season 2. And all I have to say is Sea Smoke really said only pretty boys, only pretty Valyrian boys will ride me. So in the last episode we saw that Adam claimed dragon. Well, actually, more like the dragon distribution system got to him and Sea Smoke chose him. So we have that, and in this episode it's a lot of storylines coming to an intersection, and then obviously we have one more episode, and then obviously the season will be over. So we see how basically everything is gearing up for the finale. I don't know how the finale is going to be, but I'm sick and tired of Alicent Hightower. Oh my gosh. She is just annoying. We're in the middle of a war and she's out here just preaching peace. It's like, we're past that, Alicent. We're past that. No wonder your son fired you and was like, get off my council, because this is war. It's war. And we see from a preview of the next episode that she's still on that peace brigade train thing, and you're bringing this like house to ruin and blah blah blah. And it's like, Alicent, Alicent. I've said it before, Alicent, get off my screen. Anyway, she's out there bathing in the water. I guess she's like doing her Virgin Mary dip in the water. She's like, dipping in the clean waters, and it's like, I've washed away all my sins. Oh yeah, I think maybe she's doing like that baptism thing, and she's like, okay, I like everything I did wrong before, like, it's gone. I'm a new me now. I'm all devoted to faith, and I'm all devoted to my children. And it's like, girl, bye. So we see that basically the council gets word that Rhaenyra obviously has implemented the seeds to basically come, and the sowing of the seeds to basically come and claim some dragons. And we see that none of them want to tell Aemond this, because first of all, like, fisherman heard from like a shipmaster, who heard from somebody else, who heard from his cousin, who heard from somebody who lives at Dragonstone, that Sea Smoke has been ridden, he's been claimed, and he's fighting for Rhaenyra. So we see all of that. So they're like, okay, that's like unreliable. And second of all, like, this guy is just like, he's out of his mind. Aemond is like on some Maegor 2.0, the cruel-ish. So like, we can't really tell him, because first of all, he's not gonna have a great reaction to whoever brings him the news, and second of all, like, he's going to be like, you heard it from somebody's cousin, like, seriously. And we saw how he handled the Lannisters basically being like, we need a dragon escort. And we see in the next episode, he's really out here telling his sister, you gotta mount Dreamfire and go to battle, because we are out of dragon riders. And it's like, my man, you really putting Helena in battle? Ugh, I just can't stand him. I just can't, but I feel like I can fix him. Well, can we fix him? I don't know. Maybe Alyssa Rivers will fix him. It's up in the air. We see that Aegon is basically healing, and Larys is basically latched onto him because he sees this as his, like, I'm gonna throw my lot in with Aegon because he's the only one around here that can see reason, okay? Because everybody else is just a flippin' idiot. And also, I can't control Aemond. But I do think that Larys does see some... I don't know, he relates to Aegon, because obviously Aegon is like deformed now. So I feel like not all of it is rooted in self-serving and manipulation. Like, there is some genuine care and basically like loyalty there, but it's very minuscule. So we see that Rhaenyra has a conversation with Jace, and Jace is like, they're Mongols. And I was like, Jace, that is too much, Jace, stop it. And we see that he has a confrontation with his mother, and he's like, did you think when you took Harwin Strong into your bed that I'd have dark hair? Like, did it ever cross your mind? And Rhaenyra starts crying and is like, I just like all of this. And he's like, you're taking you're taking this from me too. Like, if they can ride dragons, then what am I? Everybody can see that I'm bastard and I'm only heir because you're naming me heir. Enough of your grace. Like, if you take this from me too, then what the hell am I? Like, what am I? You're taking the dragon from me. I don't have silver hair. I don't have legitimacy. I only have my dragon, and you're taking that from me. Like, anybody can ride a dragon. And to be honest with you, I get where Jace is coming from, but like, this is the sowing and the reaping of Rhaenyra's consequences, because she didn't think, or she was too caught up in Harwin. Like, all of you know how I feel about Harwin Strong and Rhaenyra. I feel like she was a damn idiot, okay? An idiot. If she was gonna have lovers, if she needed heirs, she should have chosen somebody Valyrian, okay? It wasn't that hard. Laenor has cousins, and I'm pretty sure there is somebody out there of Valyrian blood. Hell, even Daemon's bastard would have passed, because hello, they would have had silver hair, okay? The biggest thing that really harmed Rhaenyra is, number one, her bastards, and number two, her sowing the seeds, because these people are gonna turn on her eventually because they have their own motives and desires. Anyway, she's just not seeing sense right now, and that's why I said in the last episode, Author Dissects the Narrative, I said that this was basically the equivalent of Chris and Cole parading dragon heads through King's Landing. It is not a good omen. It is not a good omen, and this is why I said that Jaehaerys and Aegon are rolling over in their ashes, because this is not what they pictured for House Targaryen. If anybody can claim a dragon, then this is basically years and hundreds of years of basically history just brought to ashes. It's brought to ashes. You're basically ripping away at basically House Targaryen's truest power, and you're making it their biggest weakness. And Rhaenyra doesn't understand this. She's still thinking, this is what I'm saying, Rhaenyra is not a good queen. She's not a good ruler because she's not thinking on the wavelength of a true queen. She's not thinking strategically. She's thinking that I'm going to give them the dragons. I'm going to allow these dragon seeds to claim a dragon. And hello, they are going to be loyal to me because I gave them a dragon, and because they're going to fight for me because loyalty. And it's like, Rhaenyra, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. They're not loyal to you. This is an opportunity. They have a dragon now too. What's to stop them from wanting land? What's to stop them from wanting titles? What's to stop them from wanting your throne? Because hello, they all have dragon's blood. Okay, which means they're probably related to you in some way, and we see how this turns out. Okay, we have hindsight, but I'm just saying, Rhaenyra is not thinking. She's just thinking, oh, it's been ordained. Girl, it's not been ordained. It's not been ordained. This is the end right here. This is the stamp of the end, and I'm just saying, like, this is a horrible decision. I agree with Jace. Like, it's a horrible, horrible, horrible decision. And also then we flip over to the Vale, and we see that I've got this theory. I put it in the comment section below in the last Author Dissects the Narrative, and I said that who thinks that basically Rhaena is going to take Nettles' storyline. I feel like they're going to merge them, and today I saw that because hello, she runs off to go claim what I'm presuming is Sheep Stealer. Now Rhaenyra has all these dragon riders by her side. So, she's obviously going to claim that dragon. So we're not going to get a Neville's, I don't think, because that's going to be Sheep Stealer right there. So, I guess that's the direction they're going to take with this. And I'm not mad at it, but at the same time, I feel like Nettles deserved, like, I feel like the fandom and everybody within the Game of Thrones verse really loves Nettles, and they really, analyze Nettles, and they, really respect the character. And I think that it's just a missed opportunity if they're not gonna bring Nettles there. So we see that still these people have access to King's Landing. They can go and please whenever they want. They can send messages whenever they want. And I just, for the life of me, can't understand why Alicent hasn't said anything to the council and been like, we need to lock this down. We need to hire new gold cloaks. We need to lock this down. But she doesn't listen like her sons. So what do we expect there? Then we see Daemon, and I just have to say that the River Lords really were like, we don't want to fight for Daemon, okay? But obviously, I think it's Elmo Tully. Is that his name? He is basically like, or is it Oscar? I don't know. They all have the same names in the Tully guy, okay? The Tully Lord is like, well, the 15-year-old, I think he's like 14. Anyway, he comes up and he's like, listen, I don't think they're gonna listen to me because, first of all, I'm young. Second of all, they don't like you. And, like, most importantly, they don't like you. And, like, third of all, like, I don't have no experience. I don't know how they're gonna, like, go with me basically swearing an oath to you. Like, I don't know how that's gonna go. And Damon's all like, listen, kid, I just a few days ago, I told to basically smother your granddad, a kid who's fresh off the Xbox, because he's a teenager, literally fresh off the Xbox. He's got lessons. He's got like high school to go to. Like, I'm pretty sure he's mostly worried about, like girls. I don't know what like the Westerosi average like preteen is like thinking about. Bottom line is, he's like, listen, they really don't like you. And he's like, listen, I don't need them to like me. I just need them to fight for me, okay? Now, you swore allegiance to me, and, like, I'm king, so let's go speak to your men. So we see the River Lords, obviously, come, and when the River Lords assemble at Harrenhal, I'm sorry, when I said that, I just feel like, Jamin was just, like, assembling like a team of, I don't know why I thought of Avengers, I don't know. I keep drifting. Bottom line is, like, they come and, you know, they're obviously like, listen, like, we don't want to fight for him, but you're our lord. And the new Lord Tully is like, listen, okay, like, I'm young, so yeah, we don't really like him, but I don't have really a lot of experience, but I'm gonna defer to the oath that my grandfather took, and it's to fight for Rhaenyra. So we're gonna defer to that. So obviously, like, we also have, you know, the current Lord of Harrenhal, and I just love how basically Daemon thought that he could manipulate this teenager, and this teenager really flipped it on him and was like, listen, we're gonna fight for you and everything for the queen, and he was like, I'm king. Daemon is still on this I'm king business, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, Daemon. And he's still on these Harrenhal psychedelics. I'm tired of that, but I don't know. Bottom line is, he was like, expecting like this kid to just follow his rule, like his leadership, and this kid really flipped it on Daemon on a dime, and I was just like, I was so proud of him because I was like, listen, like, Daemon is just a mess. Daemon will literally behead you. Daemon is not to be trusted. Daemon is out here thinking that he is king in his own right. Daemon is Daemon, okay? We don't like Daemon. I don't like Daemon. I'm sorry, but I really like Matt Smith. I want to like Daemon, but like Daemon is just, he's just giving vibes, and I just don't like those vibes. So we see that basically the new Lord Tully, the new Lord of the Liverlands, basically is like sees Lord Blackwood, and they do, and then he's like, Daemon, you need to behead him. You need to renounce whatever he did, and you need to behead him. And I saw that the lords of the Riverlands saw so much respect for this kid. They're like, oh my gosh, like, we respect him because, listen, like, he's getting Daemon to behead his own man, who he basically ordered to go and do some bad things to everybody in the Riverlands, the innocent people. And Daemon was like, oh no. Like, in his face just fell. And also, the Lord Strong's face was like, oh no. He said it out loud. He was like, oh no. This kid is like on it. He's on it. And what do you do? Daemon didn't have a choice because he can't go around killing this kid, because this kid, the River Lords will literally turn on him. So he needs this kid alive. And also, I think that Damon would have eventually given the Riverlands to the Brackens. No, to the Blackwoods. They all have the same names. I was struggling in the last episode with these names, and I'm still struggling. So bottom line is Damon beheads his own man, and the lords of the Riverlands have so much respect for the new Lord Tully, and they're like ready to raise their banners because they saw that this 14-year-old kid put Damon Targaryen in his place like nobody has been able to do. So we see that, and then we see, what else do we see? I think this episode was like a lot of just the culmination of storylines just coming to an end, and obviously we saw that, you know, Aemond eventually finds out that Rhaenyra has sown the seeds of the dragons, and like at the end of the episode we have that little chase where he goes over, almost crosses the bay to Dragonstone, and he sees Rhaenyra there with her dragon riders, and he's just like, Vega, pull back. And Vega does pull back, and we see that Aemond is really like shooketh, so shooketh that he is tapping his older sister in to come fight. And I'm like, Aemond, leave my poor Helena alone, okay? Leave Helena alone. You can go out and fight all you want. You want the throne, okay? Go out and fight, but leave Helena out of it. Helena is not ready to fight no type of war against these dragons, okay? Dreamfire, yeah, she's older. Maybe she's seen some battle, but your sister Helena does not have it in her to fight. And I'm just shook it in the preview for the next episode. They literally showing that this guy is really trying to get Helena to fight, and I'm just like, mother sucker. Like, I really want to like punch him in the throat, but maybe Helena can fix him. I don't know. Also we see that basically that's it. We see that Corlys is like really happy that his like bastards have basically like surpassed his expectation, and we see like he's so pleased with himself. We also see, what do we also see? That's it. That's basically it. Rhaenyra basically threw all caution to the wind and just like was like, I'm gonna be given the most powerful things. She's basically given the nuclear codes, okay, of the 7 kingdoms of like the world of Westeros. She's given the nuclear codes to some randoms she pulled off the street. That is the equivalent of what Rhaenyra is doing. She is not a good queen. I think that she would have been better off fighting the war without doing that, because obviously we see what happens. We've got hindsight. But what do you all think? I'm gonna give this episode a C. I've been giving all these episodes a C, and last episode I didn't really give it like a rating, but it's a C for last episode too. I'm giving this episode a C just because like things are dragging, but we'll see how it ends up. Because obviously we've still got like the Triarchy to come. We don't know where Otto is, and now that we see that it's really the War of the Dragons. It's the War of the Dragons. We shall see where it goes. Oh, we gotta mention Daron. Daron the Daring is basically his dragon has taken flight, and I'm just like, his dragon is a fresh baby. Oh my gosh, a fresh baby going to fight like what? Silverwing, Vermithor, Sea Smoke, Sheep Stealer, Caraxes. Who else they got? They've got Rhaenyra's Cyrax. We've got Moon Dancer, and then we've got what's I don't know what Jace's dragon is called, but we've got that one. And then the Greens only have Vhagar. We've got Sunfire, and then we've got the Blue Queen Sarian. And then we've got Morgul and Shykros, which are like the kids dragons, but obviously like they're just hatchlings. And then we've got what have we got? That's all we've got. Oh my gosh, it's like literally the Greens only have like four dragons. 4 dragons. Yeah, because Sunfire's out of the race, so they've only got like technically 3 dragons: Dreamfire and Vhagar and Sarion. Because Sunfire's out, and then the hatchlings are like also like out. So Rhaenyra's got the dragon advantage, but like at what cost? What do you guys think? Catch me in the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe. welcome to the end of the video, and thank you very much for making it to the end. Make sure you check out Vertigo Honor Bound by Blood, the first installment in the Vertigo book series. It is set in 2095 at the heart of the Imperial Champion regime, where Emperor Gregory Champion rules over Earth and the colonies stretching out across the solar system, where there is a virus called the Omega virus that has mutated and changed the political landscape of Earth. This is a story about factions, about coming of age, about the importance of being firm in what you believe in a world where bloodlines matter. What faction are you?